BassResinator here. I'm gonna try and do a bloom of sorts. Now I already put a little bit of resin around the edge, got rid of all the bubbles so that I don't have to worry about that. I have a packet of peacock feathers and I want to try and copy these colors using a type of bloom. And I don't know if you can see this little, it looks like a 3. That is actually 2 magnets from a hard disk drive. A laptop hard disk drive, so they're small, but they're very powerful. I have these, what are they called? Tiger Eye Effect powders that I got from Let's Resin. I purchased these a while back, and using these colors on the feather, I'm going to try and recreate those. And then the stem I'm going to try and do with a little bit of ocean white. I'm going to have that bloom down here on the bottom and have the eye of the feather up here. And then with that white, I'm not just going to have white, I'm also going to put in this, a little bit of this green, which is what it sort of looks like. This looks like red one way, gold another way, so that's, we're going to have a pretty peacock feather. Now I've already mixed up my resin. That's how I put that little clear around there, and it's Bondcrafter, the art resin, and this, and I mixed it up a while ago, so it's already at 92 degrees, so I'm gonna go ahead and start pouring. I don't need much white, so I'm just gonna put a little bit in here. And if you hear things that sound like toenails walking across a wooden floor, that's my dog. He's walking in here like, what's going on now? And my wife just went to the grocery store and he's like, you mean I don't get to go anywhere? So he comes in here to see what I'm doing. Problem is, poor dog, he can't hear. He's deaf. That's what happens when you get 13 or 14 years old. So now I'll keep this, and now I got to turn these over so that I can get into them. How much is that doggy in the window? I don't need much of this right here. The least amount is the blue, so I will put that in the one down here on the end. Man, this is an amazing color. I'm gonna need a couple more sticks so I can stir all of these things up. Oh, sorry about that. Just smacked it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so I got 4 sticks. Okay, the next color that I will need is this reddish goldish. Now I saw Tracy do something with these types of powders, and she said something about a peacock, and I'm like, oh, let me try that. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now I need a little bit more of this green over there. I'm going to put a drop of white Okay. Now, for some reason, this is not enough. I will put more in. Thinking I want just a touch more of that green. Now, I don't know about the reddish gold. It just dances on there. It's really cool, sort of like shimmering alcohol ink. Okay, now the blue. Acting all just a touch pale, but I don't want to put too much in. Okay. Get a drop of this white in here. Come on now, it's got a bunch in here. I just haven't used it in a while. There comes the drop. Okay, that's all we need of that. This is really strong paste. You know, I'm thinking I want a little bit more in each one of these. Is that the blue? Okay. There's more of the color I was hoping for. It was either add a little bit more of that powder or put in a drop of resin dye that's sort of close to that color, but I didn't want to do that. Okay, in with the white a little bit more. So that it'll have a little bit of a sheen of green, a green sheen. Gene the dancing machine. So it's not just a straight white. That's pretty. That's the blue. Get the reddish thing over here now. Reddish gold. Now this, I said it was a tiger eye, but what it does is it is affected by magnets. So that's why I have those magnets underneath the mold. So hopefully I'll be able to get a really cool effect. Okay, so there's blue, reddish gold, green, and I got stuff all over my gloves. Okay, what is the temperature on that? 95. How can that be 88? That was 90. That was 91. 89. That one's 92, and the clear is 109. So I need to pour the clear in here. Okay, I'll wait on the white till last. Now the blue's the one. Now watch what those magnets do to the blue. Stick over here cleaned off, and then oh, look at that, it's got a zigzag through it. Cool. And I'm gonna try this, a little bit of the red in the middle, and then take it around the blue. And that should pull in a bit as it cures. That's what I'm hoping will happen. And now for the green. Now I'm not going to pour the green in the middle. I'm going to just go around the outside. There's more green up here at the top. Let's see what this can do. Sorry if I'm reaching in front. No, I want a little bit more of this blue right in the middle. This will be cool if it'll do what I'm hoping it'll do. And the cock-a-doodle do to you too. And the rest of this red, I'll go around between the green and that blue. I just lost a light. It's on a timer. Let me turn it back on. There we go. Wow, there's a ton of booblies. Well, I mixed up those colors. Wow, look at that rainbow effect there. That's cool looking. I'm going to be proud as a peacock. Now, I want to do some drops around the edge. Don't know exactly how they're going to affect this. We'll find out, huh? I'm hoping they'll act like the veins in the feathers. And pull some of that color through that center area. Man, there are some wickedly cool effects going on right here. Okay. Well, this is already starting to feather in. Feather in, yes. Okay, I might be able to do another little tiny coaster here and get a bloom going in it. Maybe, maybe. Is there enough resin to get to the edge? Yes. A whole bunch of bubbles hanging out on the edge. I'm going to have to get those real quick. Every one of these points has a bubble. Come on, let loose. Okay, well, it's almost full. Let me try and go around the edge and get type of a feather effect. Ah, feather? Maybe. I still have a little bit left, so I will try and get some alcohol ink. Look at this, that's going cool. Okay, alcohol ink, alcohol ink. I don't have time to mess with the camera, so I'm gonna use, this is crazy, shimmering alcohol ink, green one, so that this coaster will match the feather, hopefully, that I'm doing on the tray. I love the way this stuff bounces around on the surface. Look at that. Shimmering Alcohol Ink by Bree Reese. Now, I still have a little bit of this, so I can try and do a bloom in the middle. Okay, now I'm gonna try and just pour this, because it's not wanting to stick on that stick very well. Okay, I've used all of my resin. Now, with this popsicle stick that I used, I will draw in draw out to the point, because that's the point, right? What's the point? That's the point. These gloves are going to be used no more. They are sticky. Okay, so, yep, that is fun. So now we just let it do whatever it's going to do. I don't know how much of this stuff's going to bloom on this one because it was already late. This one's looking cool. I may have a little room on the back to put a dark background on there, but whoa. Okay, come back later. Well, it's the next morning and these cured up. Now this it bloomed a little bit, but you can really tell that resin was a little warm when I poured it in here, but it's got this little poofy thing around the edge. Didn't get lace effect, but it did give you a decent bloom. But this I think it's really pretty. First off, I like that color of green that's behind it. And remember, I used on the white, it had that green tiger eye or cat's eye in it, so that there's little sparklies in this, in the petals. Can't see them so much in this out here until it gets thinner, but on this thicker stuff you can't. Maybe I take it out in the sun because it's nice and sunny today. Anyway, now I put on eye candy Persian purple, which is actually a blue, which kind of funny how they call it Persian purple, but anyway, if you're interested in this color, I have it in the description and the discount code as well. And there's the magnets. Whoa, what is that? I don't know what that is, but let's get some tape. Get that off. And that and that. And there's some of that over there too. I don't know what's going on. Okay, these are really strong magnets. Put them over there so I can use them for something else later on. And there's some cool looking stuff right through that side right there. Okay, flip it over. Oh, man. This little bloom came out pretty cool. And those little drops that I put on there doesn't look exactly like a... Where are those? But kind of close. Didn't get just one circle. I ended up getting 4 instead of just 1, but you know, you got the iridescence. The iridescence, definitely have that down. Wow, this really came out pretty. And one little stray bit of green sparkle came down in there. Okay, I'll get those outside and get some good pictures in the sun. And yeah, if you are a subscriber of mine, thank you so very, very much. If you are not, please consider it. It's really easy to do. Just go down to the bottom of the screen and push subscribe. There's a button down there. Right next to the subscribe button, there's a little icon of a bell. Click on that, and anytime I do something new, you'll be notified of it. That's the notification bell. And I appreciate all the support that way. And if for some reason you are so inclined to want to support this channel monetarily, I do have channel memberships. Coming in July, there's going to be extra benefits that happen for channel members. Right now, you get immediate access to any videos I do. But there's going to come some new stuff, so keep your eyes open. And if you are wanting to be a channel member, awesome. But yeah, so here we go. Proud as a peacock. Those colors just... Anyway, prettiness personified here. I'll get some pictures. Stick around for those, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye.